Hello and welcome to WINOL Sport. I'm Guy Nicklinson. Coming up today, a Winchester walking football coach wins a national award. A Goal of the Year candidate emerges. And Emsworth secure survival in a 7-goal thriller. Winchester Walking Football Club's Heather Kirkland was recently named Joint Coach of the Year by the Football Association. I went to their session last week to find out all about her. Walking football is currently the UK's fastest growing sport and regularly played by an estimated 60,000 people in England alone. There are now more than 650 registered clubs. So how does Heather feel to be named joint #1 coach?
On the day it was announced, I couldn't stop smiling. I was over the moon.
As well as coaching Winchester, Heather coaches the South Regional men and women's teams, the England over 60s, and is a walking football referee. So what are her plans moving forward?
Just to keep coaching. If I do stop playing, I can still coach, I can still referee, and just to see other people enjoying themselves. That's what I intend to do for at least another 5 years.
The sessions at Winchester are 90 minutes long, including a thorough warm-up, passing drills, and small-sided matches. But what does Heather hope participants gain from her session?
The whole idea of the walking football actually is to have fun, fitness, and make new friends. So that is the motto of the Walking Football Association. So over the age of about 40, 50-year-old, just to make sure that they don't stay indoors on their own. Just get them out of the houses, basically. That's why we do it, and we hope to encourage more people to come out and play.
The club members couldn't be more positive about Heather's coaching. But what makes her an award-winning coach?
Heather brings a professionalism to our training that we wouldn't have otherwise. We're all quite keen, but she brings that professional sort of approach to our training, make sure we warm up properly, make sure we get the right drills, make sure it suits walking football, that we don't run too much and we don't walk too slow.
You can kind of tell that she's been there and done it, and I think it just rubs off on us.
With such a strong setup and a fantastic coach, what would the participants say to anyone considering joining?
Don't even think about it. It's brilliant. Keep fit. I think a lot of it's being part of a team again as well. Make new friends, and the social side, it really is as good as playing football. I never thought I'd ever play football again. I've had 2 new knees this year, and within 12 weeks I was playing football again. So I love it. I never ever thought I'd play football again.
I've always loved football, ever since I was a kid. I played at a reasonable level, and then I stopped. When my kids stopped and left home, I sort of stopped playing football, and it's like maybe I'm too old for this, but walking football has brought an extra dimension to me and get me back into the game that I love, and that's what it's about for most of us here, I think.
So an amazing achievement for Heather Kirkland, with impressive development being made here at Winchester Walking Football Club. They're proving age really is no barrier to playing football and all the benefits participation brings. Guy Nicklinson, Winchester News Online. Playoff chasing Alton were back in combined Counties League action this weekend, hosting second place side Knaphill. Elliot McVie brings us the highlights.
Alton came into this one unbeaten in the league since late November, and their confidence was evident right from the off. This ball across the face of goal just a bit too quick for Owen Tanner to get on the end of. The home side continued to put pressure on Knaphill, Lewis Russell forcing a strong save out of goalkeeper Joss Barker. But it was the visitors who took the lead on 34 minutes thanks to some gorgeous footwork and a tidy finish from Jose Sani, his 11th goal in 17 league appearances. Into the second half, and Alton certainly weren't giving up without a fight. This header from Adam New beaten away by Barker. Knaphill could have easily had a second shortly after, but Calvin Camera found the angle just a little too tight to hit the back of the net. The goals may not have been raining in, but the supporters were certainly getting their money's worth. Another delivery, this time from the visitors, flashing just across the face of goal. As the game neared its end, the home side still couldn't find the target, and Barker was in no mood to let that change. Perry Cole's the latest Alton man to be denied. The Brewers would have one final chance to salvage a point, but the attempts from Ollie Kavanagh could only find the woodwork, agonising for the men in black and white. So the final whistle came as a huge relief to the Knackers, who travelled back to Surrey with all 3 points. Elliot McVie, Winchester News Online.
Newport travelled from the Isle of Wight to the mainland on Saturday to face Whitchurch. Newport looked to pick up crucial points as they languish in the bottom half of the table, although they do have some games in hand. Soaking up the atmosphere was Reece Huggett.
When these two teams met in September, it was Newport that got the better of Whitchurch. However, this wasn't the case here, as Redmond opens the scoring for the Jam Boys. Shortly afterwards, the Port looked to hit back quickly, and it didn't take them long to find the back of the net through Josh Yoni. His first goal this calendar year, and 4th for the season. Some fancy footwork from Yoni spurned this chance to go ahead. The final chance of the half came to captain Joe Butcher. His shot meant that the crossbar was still reverberating going into half-time. Now look at this contender for goal of the season. Alfie Jones's strike catches Newport keeper Pittman off his line and is well worthy of a replay. This Newport chance meant that Whitchurch's prow had to make a brave save. His teammates were thanking him that they were still ahead, but he felt the repercussions afterwards. However, this scrappy situation was pounced on by Newport's top goalscorer, Jordan Brown, making it his 14th of the season, equalising for the Port, and the crowd goes mild. This counter-attack looked like it could have been fruitful. The crowd thought it was going in. The ball had other plans. Whitchurch looked to counter again, but were denied by the hand of Waterson. The ref waved play on, but after consultation with the linesman, awarded a free kick. However, someone should have told Kokoschka that he was playing the wrong sport, as he looked to do his best Johnny Wilkinson impression. It was a day for impressions, as the last chance of the game fell to the Jam Boys, with Harry Long's imitation of Van Persie. Reece Huggett, Winchester News Online.
It was top versus bottom in the Portsmouth Sunday League Division 1 as Coach and Horses hosted Emsworth Town, the second meeting between the sides since their London Cup final clash, which made the news across the country for all the wrong reasons. Taylor James Greer was at Sevenoaks to report on the action.
These were the scenes from the London Cup final at Wesley Park last year between Coach and Horses and Emsworth Town. This is a fixture of feisty history as the post-match brawl went viral on social media. It was the second meeting between the two teams since the cup final, so who knew what the tie would hold? Albion took an early lead as Ryan Morgan tapped home the rebound, but Emsworth dominated the first half. Portuguese striker Mauro Maras scored 2 quick goals as George Ruff capitalised on a mistake from the keeper. Emsworth were awarded a penalty following a handball from the corner, which saw top goalscorer Braden Collins score his 6th goal against Coach and Horses in a matter of 6 games. Another early goal from Coach, this time from Tommy Tini, saw him back in the game. But Morales, who scored his 51st goal in black and white stripes, saw Emsworth comfortably in front. Tini does well to beat the offside trap and the keeper, but Billy Clark's goal line clearance saved Deck Johnson. No handshakes at full time, but at least no punch-ups this time around, as Emsworth secured their second league victory of the season. Taylor James Greer, Winchester News Online.
This weekend marked the end of the futsal season as the Winchester First look to add to their trophy cabinet on Sunday as they face Cardiff in the Western Conference Cup final. Morgan Mitchener-Banks was there to catch the big occasion.
It was a massive final game of the season for the Futsal First to achieve some glory after a poor league finish, by standing in their way were Cardiff, who finished second in the league and beat the First only 2 weeks ago. But Winchester didn't let that stop them, as 10 minutes in, James Collins opened the scoring at the second time of asking to put the First ahead. And not long after, another save from the Cardiff keeper fell to another Winchester player, this time Louis Sadler, who responded with a thunderous strike from range to double their lead. And Sadler was involved yet again to lay it on a plate for futsal chairman Stanley Ryan to further extend the First lead to 3-0. It ended as a very comfortable first half for the hosts, as they went in leading by 3 goals, while Cardiff left themselves with a lot of work to do. And Cardiff were able to grab one back early on after the break, as a free kick was snuck under the Winchester wall, but Dan Atkinson was able to fire back soon after with a free kick of his own to restore Winchester's 3-goal advantage. And it was a comedy of errors that led to Collins getting his second of the day, putting the First 5-1 ahead, with Cardiff looking in disarray. 2 quick-fire goals from Collins and Atkinson put the First in cruise control, and even Winchester keeper Sean Thompson got involved in scoring late on, with an unexpected long-range effort to top off an 8-goal thrashing. And as the referee blew for full time, the Winchester Futsal First were confirmed as the 23-24 Western Conference Cup champions, giving them their 4th title since their establishment in 2015.
Buzzing, especially from last week. We played them, it was a tough game, they beat us, so we all wanted revenge this week. We knew the stakes, we knew what we wanted. We'd had our troubles in the league, and we knew that this was the one focus that we wanted to win it, just to show that the league wasn't a representation of us. And I think, again, buzzing with the result. The boys all worked hard, that's all I can ask for, and yeah, so we get some silverware.
Morgan Mitchener-Banks, Winchester News Online.
That's all we have time for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.